do you want to do it like a Q&A form? You ask some few general questions, we answer, or how do you want to go about it?
Honest to be, I will prefer you guys start to tell us from where you start. I mean, what is your background? From where you have the experience, because this is the question. Like, I think most of the people, they should ask it. These guys, they know what they are doing because they do it for a few months, but they're gonna be able to make it to be something here.
In the long term.
You understand? And maybe if you want to share us some inside knowledge, what is the future, what you are planning to do in the future, and how everything is going. So I think we can start from there. And if we're going to have some people asking questions, if somebody's going to join us in the morning, yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, we can record it and later, I mean, people join from different time zones, so there's no morning or evening, so I guess. Okay, sure. Like, I'll give then an overview, let's say, and then take a note and something, if something is missing, if there's something particular your community might be more interested, then you can pitch in and either asks or while I'm introducing or later. So feel free. I mean, it just has to be a normal conversation, I think.
So the main question from what I think we can start, what is your guys' experience? I mean, what you guys did up to now, let's say.
Yeah, okay. Let me give you a brief overview on the team. So we're four. The core team is four. It's Mark who's with us here, and he's the lead. He's leading this project, and his personal background is in finance and sales, and he's been doing this for over a decade now, I think. He's run factories, he's run businesses, so he's quite deep in the financial world. Then it's me who does most of the research. I do the deep dives and analyze a lot of stuff and present a brief version of the tokens and the projects we find in the VIP channel. And then we have two other members who are not involved on day-to-day basis. One is a researcher and a consultant like me. He does, he oversees the strategic development of our project, our initiative, because we're here for the long term, like we're talking about years. And then we have a dev who is like he's been in this space probably since the beginning, and he's also he's quite experienced. He is an excellent coder. So we, in a way, we have assembled this team to bring everyone brings their strength, and we managed to cover a lot of a lot of space in what we're doing. In terms of experience, Mark and I, we've been here like over some 3.5 years, and now we've been following. We've been in DeFi, we've been in passive income, we've been in doing a lot of different things in the past, learning along the way, sometimes the hard way. We reached to a level about 2 years ago where we decided that it's quite a good idea to build a long-term portfolio. And we were doing this for ourselves, and we put together about, if I'm not mistaken, around 30 to 40 promising projects, mainly low cap projects, because those are the ones which could explode in value over time. So we put this list together back in the middle of 2022, so about a year ago, when the market was pretty low. And our rationale, our thinking was that everyone kind of gets hyped and buys when the markets are rallying and market is overbought, whereas and then they panic sell. So we track this pattern from our experience, from doing a lot of reading and doing analysis. And we decided to do the opposite simply, try to build a portfolio where you don't have to buy a token like this second, otherwise it's going to explode in value. We're taking the time, thinking, contemplating, doing research about it. So the success story is that this portfolio we put together back about a year ago. From that time to the peak of the rally earlier this year, I'm sure you remember markets rallied pretty well. It made over 20x the whole portfolio. Some projects were not doing very well, a few failed, but mostly did incredible. And from here, the idea emerged that we should maybe do something, bigger. We should institutionalize our experience, share it with the community, and build a community around this, where we kind of share our experience, but we get a feedback from community, which has been quite helpful. Actually, recently we've talked to several members, and they like our work, but also give feedback to develop it. So this is kind of the story which got us started. And just so this doesn't sound like a one-off success story that we're trying to sell people. If you follow our free channel, or if you are in our Telegram channel, you see that the tokens and the coins that we researched and we shared with our community like 2 months ago are now rallying at this very moment. Like take index cooperative, for instance. I personally did the deep dive on that, and it's a quite innovative project. We shared it on 2nd of November, if I'm not mistaken. And it already did 3x. So the projects we're bringing have this potential, and it was not this 20x was quite remarkable, but we don't think it's one-off thing. It could very much repeat. Could even be better in the case of a real full-fledged bull run. One thing I want to emphasize is that one of the the unique aspect of our work is that we don't come and bring any random token that could go up or could not go up. We don't. Our strategy is to bring projects which have real utility. And when I say real utility, does not just mean that the token is a governance token, or it has, let's say, staking. You can stake the token, because those are utilities, yes, but they are not necessarily, they are not necessarily able to hold the value of the token over a long time. When we're talking about utility in our context, it's like in many cases real life utility. So, for example, there are a lot of projects we're trying to bring a lot of businesses from the traditional economy to Web3. Tokenization, for instance, is a big thing, or supply chain. As we know, this world economy, especially after COVID-19, suffered a lot from supply chains, and it exposed a lot of problems as trivial as paperwork. Some companies' paperwork is like ancient when they do this shipping and cargo stuff from one part of the world to another. So we have projects, offering incredible solutions, cheap, fast, and secure solutions to this kind of issues in the real world. So we essentially are trying to, in short, basically, we're trying to capture these projects which will eventually take a lot of businesses from the traditional economy to the Web3 economy. To be sure, some will fail. Not every business will succeed, and that's something normal. Some will fail, some will not do very well, but some will do very well. We just believe in the principle and the idea that this change is coming, and we want to be definitely a part of it, and we want to be part of it with our community. So this is in the nutshell. I don't know, Mark. Did I miss anything? Do you want to pitch in?
No, it was yeah. I mean, the projects that we share, they have real utility in the real world. So the advantage is that when a project does 3 or 4x, for example, or 5x or 10x, it will not lose its value. It will not go back to minus 990 or minus 100% because uh, um, the project has real value. So, for instance, we shared like a lot of projects, for example, on the public channel. For example, Clore.ai, Block Square, Gene, all those tokens. For example, Clore did 11x, like it reached 0.0557, but the correction is only minus 20%, and it will still go up, I think, a little bit. So take Caspa for example. Caspa will never go back to its all-time lows. Never again. You know what I mean? So these projects, when they succeed, you will kind of create wealth. You will have shares, tokens of these projects, and um, you will take profits along the way. But I think you create a long-term wealth with these kind of projects. We were in DeFi before. We are in DeFi in different projects like Drip, Elephant Money. I don't know, Wealth Mountain, OPT, etc. Like there are dozens of projects. But the idea is that you have to do something with that passive income. You have to, when you take the passive income, if our idea is to create a portfolio with that passive income and create some sort of long-term wealth. I hope I was clear.
Yeah, me, I understand. Okay, so basically, to put it all short, people, they can join even the free group, and they can have a look or try to understand what is going on, and they can have also advantage by joining the free group, because you guys give also leads also there, isn't it? So
Yeah, sometimes we try to give free calls like twice a month. Yes.
okay, so after they see how, let's say, their portfolio grows, and after they can decide if they want to join the VIP group or some.
Exactly.
Yeah. So let's say if somebody decides, let's say tomorrow, he's gonna send a message and say, "Look, I would like to try the VIP group." You guys gonna have with everybody a call, or how things they're gonna go for anybody what is gonna decide to join it?
Yeah, I mean, as you said, first we encourage people to join our free channel because we share things there, and they can get an overall idea what was going on in the VIP. And then we are always happy to chat with people. They can DM us. We can chat individually and see what are their needs exactly, and if the VIP is for them. And then if they decide to join, we have several packages. I mean, they can take the monthly subscription, 3 months subscription, 6 months, or yearly or lifetime. So there are different tiers, and at the moment there are 30% sale on all of them. Once they join, they get a lot of benefits, and we're happy to share the link later. You can attach it to the AMA. But essentially, our core is that we share these small to mid cap gems. These projects that are hard to find. we kind of become their initial filter of finding potentially good and legitimate projects. But besides that, we share our moves. When did we buy? Because the portfolio we share is not something we find randomly and share with the community. Those are things that we personally are interested in, and we personally believe in their success. So we share only this kind of project. So we share in the VIP. And aside from that, as I said, we share our moves. When did we buy it? When did we sell it? When did we do ROI, return of investment? We also sometimes, before we do a deep dive, when we see some tokens which are under our watch and they are moving, we send a short message saying that keep an eye on this coin or on that coin before the deep dive comes. And we do, as you said, one-on-one meetings. So this one-on-one meetings was preserved only for yearly and lifetime subscribers. But for now, we have a promotion going on that the first 25 who join our VIP will get free a one-on-one meeting, which will help them. They can ask questions, or we can, if they have questions, they can ask us, and we can give them some tips and tricks on how to build a successful portfolio. I believe less than 10. I think seven spots are left. So if anyone is interested, there is still that opportunity.
Okay. All right. So, what do you guys have some plans for the future? So, what you guys are thinking to expand, to do something else extra? Because you mentioned in the beginning of the MA you have a dev. So if you have a dev, it's because you want to build something, or
Absolutely. So just to reiterate, just to make sure, like our first strategic objective is to stay consistent. We want to. A lot of projects rise and decline. We've seen that in many cases. So our goal in the future, first and foremost, is to stay consistent with our community, consistently give the services that we promised. But next to that, we are developing something which is something like an index. The thing is that to build a portfolio which has a lot of small cap projects requires it requires technical knowledge. So it's not just MetaMask and some centralized or decentralized exchange. So it requires first of all time, and secondly it requires technical knowledge, and it also requires the person to go again and do another reading about the project that we are sharing, because we don't give any financial advice. What we do is that we share the projects that we believe that they could be successful. So this leaves a lot of people out of this project. Why? Simply, a lot of people don't have time, or they don't have the technical knowledge to go and dig deep and get these tokens and then store them safely, etc., etc. So we thought our next step will be to create a way where people can get exposure to our entire portfolio, not one or two. Because so if someone believes that what we're doing is potentially successful, and given our good track record, some people might want to invest in the whole portfolio and not just in one or two coins. So we are at the moment working on that. The dev is involved in that, and I don't want to go and discuss the details, the technical details of how such a project would look like, because it is still in the development phase. Yesterday we had a very long meeting with the dev who has already embarked on turning these ideas into reality. We will most probably have a platform, have a website, have a dApp, have something that people can connect with. But the details will come a bit later. But the main idea, the core idea, is to enable people to have exposure to our portfolio in general. This is one. Second, if the portfolio goes up or down, the markets will decide, not us. The markets will decide. But with the positive, with every positive change, those who invest in the portfolio will get dividends somehow. Again, the technical details will come later. So in a way, it's two birds with one stone. I mean, investing in a portfolio that could be potentially successful in the mid and the long term, because we are invested in the mid and the long term, not tomorrow, the day after. And secondly, if it does well in the weeks and the months that are ahead, it could serve some sort of a passive income for those who are invested. So the project, our next upcoming project, will be the realization of these ideas.
But still, you're gonna still be able to buy your own coins if you know, without to invest in the project. Let's say, I mean, people, they're gonna be free to do whatever they choose to do.
Absolutely, we're just diversifying the options. We those who actually we if people have the technical knowledge, as is known in crypto and this space, having full ownership of your coins in your cold ledger or cold wallet, going and buying everything, doing it on your own, is obviously preferred. But if some people are looking for exposure to the portfolio, and they are looking to have some sort of a passive income, then this could be an option. But absolutely, both options will be open and available for everyone.
All right, sounds interesting. Actually, I'm in the VIP group, but the thing is to be for everybody to have a knowledge about what is going on behind the scene, because my channel base, it's only DeFi. I mean, it's first time when I bring something like this to the audience. I mean, I cannot not even know how people how many questions they're gonna ask, how to buy it, because most of the time when I make a video, I show them, we buy this coin, we sell this coin, we take this passive income, it's gonna work or not, nobody knows, so this is my opinion, is something different and something what he might help people in the future, to build a bug for the bull run, because it's coming. It's my opinion. I'm bullish on 2024. I mean, just my opinion, but yeah.
Okay. I mean, this index is a solution to what you just said. People who are in passive income, they don't necessarily have the technical knowledge. It will be, I mean, we're going to make it as simple as possible, essentially 1 or 2 clicks away from being able to be exposed to the portfolio. So we will make it very similar to DeFi projects, but the core idea will be the same. So there will not be bonzonomics, there will not be quick pops and dumps, there will not be quick taking. The main idea, the core idea, will remain the same.
Can you talk about the transparency as well, AT?
Yeah. So we on this platform that we're going to build, we're going to be as transparent as possible. So essentially, when people invest in something, get exposed to the portfolio with a certain amount of money, let's say 500 or 1,000 or 10,000, whatever, they will be able to track transactions. They will be able to track where these funds are going on an interactive platform on the website, because we think transparency is quite important, given that a lot of projects do well and they disappear. Or a lot of projects do well on the front end, but you don't really know what's happening in the back end. So we want to be as transparent as possible in this sense.
So it's gonna be something like a wallet tracker or something like this, where people, they can see exactly everything what's happening.
Exactly. There will be a live chart, of our portfolio. The chart will track through API. Will track the performance of all the tokens, and wallet tracker of all all the tokens that we are invested in.
This is gonna be interesting. Yeah, it's gonna be something different, and somebody's gonna get docs or KIC for this one, or
Still looking into it.
So we will have an audit. So yesterday I was talking about that audit about the platform we're going to build, just to make 100% sure that it is safe and secure for transaction. And that's about it. I mean, at the moment we're still developing with the dev. We were talking with the dev and the other partner who's doing the strategic thinking, and we will see if there is a necessity to do all these things at the time.
okay. Anyways, this one is gonna be something what you guys are still talking, and maybe it's gonna be something in like 1 month, 2 months, or you don't decide.
Don't forget, this is not going to be our main product. The main product still remains the same, is to give access to legitimate projects to all investors.
Yeah, so basically the main product, it's people to be able to buy their own coins and hold them, and if they decide to keep it, how long they want to keep it, it's up to them, because they own them. So
exactly. We share our portfolio moves, but it's up to them to decide. This index option is an alternative option for people who want to have an exposure on the portfolio, or a little bit more diversification.
okay, I think we cover everything. I mean, if there is something else what you guys want to add, if I forget something.
Yeah, I think it's good. Phil is here. I don't know if Phil wants to say something, but I think we covered pretty much.
Somebody has a question, please do not hesitate.
Yeah, you can just drop the question here in the group, or to us directly. Hey man.
Morning. Hi. Hope you're well. I just joined. Sorry, I missed the start. I was fucking busy. I will probably listen afterwards, but I just catch the end, and I know what you're talking about. But yeah, by the way, you have a great calls, overall. And I'm writing down all the tokens you mentioned there in the VIP group, and I'm like taking some positions, when I see some dips or anything, So that's pretty cool. And also the NFT, what you mentioned, all the stuff, whatever you mentioned, I think that's interesting, smart, for the people who are like lazy, go and buy tokens and all this stuff, and they just want to invest because they're all kind of investors. I guess I will see, probably I'll get one, I'll see in the future wherever you come up, but definitely I like the VIP group, and just keep doing what you're doing, guys. Just keep doing big research. Hopefully the bull market coming, I think we are in, and hopefully like end of the next year, the year after, we're going to blow up, like everybody say. But I think we'll be, according to me, will be just beginning of next year. To be honest, we're going to blow up. That's what I think, because everybody expecting 2025 probably will be like around the happening. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, it's gonna be early or late, because it's never as expected.
Yeah, but the point, if it's are starting to build from now, slowly your portfolio,
Exactly.
it is always is not gonna be a surprise for you. I mean, it's you're gonna get your profit, and yeah. Okay, all right. So yeah, you guys want to add something else, because to don't get very long, because nobody's watching.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your.
Thank you guys for bringing us this opportunity. So anyway, in my Telegram, I see you are there, Max. So if somebody has any questions or something, they can always write, and you guys can reply to them if they need any more questions.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you for coming.
Okay. Thank you for hosting us.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.